All right, we got pull day today, so biceps with a little bit of back, but mainly biceps. And as of the time filming this, it is Thanksgiving, so I'm going a little earlier before it closes. And this is going to get uploaded the day after Thanksgiving. So I guess this car talk is going to be outdated for what I was going to discuss, but like, you can take it into consideration for next Thanksgiving, or honestly anytime, it'll make sense in a second, anytime that you are planning to have like a large day of eating or whatever, or maybe even for Christmas coming up. I guess that would be the most nearby thing to take away from what I'm about to talk about. So what I'm talking about is managing your diet for holidays, in relation to bodybuilding or just in general. And I'm going to say it in bodybuilding because I mean this is a off-season series, so it makes sense. So whatever meals you're having with your family, whatever the food may specifically be, it really doesn't matter. It's just the fact of just the overeating aspect of it. So first things first is it is totally okay to go over on calories on the day and eat how you'd like, given the fact that it is a trade-off to be able to enjoy the day with either family or whatever. So I'm going to lay out a few ways of like making it manageable and reasonable. First off is leaving it just to the one day. Like if you have Thanksgiving, right? And then the next day there's leftovers and you hammer leftovers. And then the day after you hammer leftovers and the dessert. 3 days of going crazy. That will leave a dent for sure in your physique. But one day, if you accept one day, enjoy that day. And once Thanksgiving's over, like chill out, leave the leftovers for other people or whoever. That would be like the first step in the right direction. So in addition to that is still getting your training in regardless of the holiday. And especially the day of, you eating more, because it helps with your body having a place to store the food. Now this seems kind of like obvious, like, oh yeah, if you train that day, I can eat more because I burn calories in the gym. Well, one, it's not really because of the burnt calories. You don't really burn that much lifting weights, to be completely honest. Half the time you're in the gym or lifting weights is more than half. 90% of the time when you're in the gym lifting weights is sitting around resting. 10% of it's like actually lifting. So you're really not burning much. It's more the fact that you're breaking down your muscles, and then now the food you're about to eat has a place to store itself and help in repairing it, rather than just linger around your bloodstream, just going to fat, making you feel like crap. So if you can get a lift in the morning before the meals, that helps. And also the cardio aspect, I would say, assuming you're already doing some form of cardio to keep up on that, the aerobic exercise, including that as usual, keeping with your same routine. And if you wake up and weigh yourself and you're clearly like exploded, like 5 pounds heavier, I'd say just I wouldn't change your diet plan the next few days, because otherwise that's going to make even more problems. I would say get back on your normal diet plan, just increase the amount of cardio you're doing to help circulate that food that is just sitting in your body. Because then your body's actually going to be using it. It'll help digest everything better, keep everything circulating, more functional, rather than, what is going on here? Rather than, what the hell? Anyways, that guy was just swerving around the street. Whatever. It'll keep your body functional and actually get back on track. Because I one day, even with it being on a bulk or a cut, one day is not going to screw you if you are back on track the next day and continuing exactly what you have been doing before. oh, you're not ruining months of progress. None of that. You do ruin months of progress if you say, F it, I'm taking this week off and eating whatever the hell I want, not training, no cardio. That absolutely can take months off. Yeah, but one day, absolutely not. You will be okay. And I mentioned this just because I used to, I guess I still do. I still think about it even on these days, like, overly concerned about either am I eating enough or is it still fitting like my macros relatively. But I guess it's just something to grow out of, because in the grand scheme, the one day is not going to make a difference whatsoever, and it is better to be able to enjoy the meaning of the day. I mean, Thanksgiving, I really don't care because I'm not a pilgrim. I'm not a fucking pilgrim, so whatever. It's just a day to overeat or whatever. But Christmas, on the other hand, like, I definitely take that as a significantly more important day to me than Thanksgiving. So that involves like being with family, making the food, enjoying it, spending time there. So that's how it would play in for me personally. Just eating a ton, specifically like sugar cookies. I'd have like a dozen at least. And I'm not talking just like tiny sugar cookies. I'm talking like giant full-size ones that are probably 300 calories each. Eating a dozen of them. So yeah, like 4,000 calories of cookies. But keep up on everything and you're chilling. Yeah, I guess what else? I mean, I guess that would be like the biggest takeaway from like a holiday, lifting wise, is you keep everything on track, following it, and you enjoy that one day. And I guess maybe it's like you don't have 3 entire meals of like Thanksgiving. It's usually like dinner or something, or maybe a lunch earlier Thanksgiving. So I would say just like eat what your normal meals are on track leading up into that dinner, and then maybe like back off of a meal that you would normally had just to save a little more room, because then you're not like going crazy on the calories then for that day. And even then, like, that's just like finer details. Overall is just like accepting that. So yeah, I think that was something important to lay out, because it's something I still myself don't like that I have to accept that I can have one day of chilling out. So yeah, well, anyways, today we got back in buys, mainly biceps. Yes, the thumbnail says it's bicep day, but if one of your days is just biceps, I think there's something wrong with your routine. So quite honestly, if you're going in just to hit biceps, arms maybe, but just biceps is like, I guess I'll just say that's some pretty shitty programming. So it's back and buys. It's really a pull day, but it's just I'm doing much more, or decently more, bicep exercises than back. But I'll still start off with back, get that going, then move on to biceps. So I'll do like a horizontal movement, a vertical movement for back, then go on to biceps and just honestly hit different angles, like a preacher curl, I don't know, just a regular standing dumbbell curl, a cable curl like behind me, all the above. And checks all the boxes for what I'm trying to hit. And it's a pretty decent amount of people here for it being 12:30 on Thanksgiving. I guess this is what happens when the gym closes at 3 today, but all right. Well, that's what we got. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I would want to point out for these, at least this lift. But that's really most I can think of. All right. Well, I'm not going to reach super far on China Talk. I will see you guys in there, starting off with some back. Alright. I only did like 2 warm-ups on this. I don't know, I feel like back, you don't have to warm up that long. But I guess something else I thought of while I was warming up is like if you know you're gonna have like one day that's like crazy amount of food, on top of that, honestly you could throw in like way more drop sets, maybe even some more sets than you normally do the day before, or like I guess the day of, and also the day after, because you're giving yourself the room to have the more food. It'll just help a little bit more. I mean, it's not something like it's not gonna make a major difference, but like even if like you normally have a cheat meal, let's say it's not like a holiday cheat meal, it's also something you can benefit from, is because you have that little bit extra food, that little bonus like triple drops at the end of your workout. I mean, you're gonna have the extra food there to help you out with the going above 100% on the day. So I'm not having a Thanksgiving meal, so I'm not gonna go too crazy, but I take that back. I already had my Thanksgiving yesterday. I had a whole Little Caesars pizza for like 2,500 calories. So I guess today would be a little extra drop sets and everything, just to keep everything moving. So, all right. Enough being said about that. Just two back exercises, just hitting up the back, get a pump in it. As long as one's vertical, one's horizontal, that's plenty for me. And then yeah, just move on to buys. All right.
This is the last thing I do for back, and then move on to biceps. I'm gonna move it down. Left. Move this in a little bit, move it down a little bit. All right. Easy enough to do it underhand. One, I just know it's gonna be hitting different muscles better for, what is it? Just the barbell variation I just did. This will help at least hit lower leg a little more. But that combined with hits biceps more, because it really is a bicep day. Those are the two reasons why I throw it in like that. But in all honesty, you can go with any vertical movement, and you're not gonna know the difference between the guy that's doing the special, oh, I'm doing supinated just because I want to hit biceps a little more before the rest of my bicep exercises, and the guy that just does whatever for a vertical movement. You're not gonna see a difference between the two. So honestly, the only difference you would see if somebody is like not actually giving a full effort on one of them, and one is giving a full effort. So it's the whole science-based thing of like not giving a full effort, but science-based. The guy giving a full effort, but kind of just comes and does a general scheme to a workout. Then, I mean, the one that's actually giving a full effort is the one that's actually going to see more progress. Anyways, trying to push heavier weight at least on this off season. We got this at 205. We'll see. I'll drop a little bit, just keep 8. Whew.
You gotta have that, you gotta really
Damn, that killed me. That's one thing I will do. If you get like barely anything on a set, instead of just saying to hell with it, I'll just immediately turn it into a drop set and then just get more from there. So I would hate to get like 4, like 3 on a set, then go do 2 more sets on top of that. I don't know, I guess it's just personal preference. I'd rather make that into a drop set, count it as 1, and then move on. All right, let's move on to buys.
Yeah, they didn't start.
All right. Usually I'll just throw in, like I said before, the different angles, but also get something that's at least a unilateral, like one at a time. But I'll probably get that when I do like a cable one. So I'll have 2 different cables. So sometimes I'll throw in this one single on, sometimes I won't, but like it's all up to your own discretion. Same thing, it's not gonna make a huge difference. But I do like how at least some of them you can change like the angle of, I think you can see it on there. Like there's 3 different spots you can put the weight to make it like heavier at the bottom. But I will say one thing that like is definitely something I had to consider after almost going overboard on it is still having like a counterweight if you load up like the end of it. Because like, oh, the best part for growth is the length and stretch part of it. Yeah, sure, put more weight on there, but also still have some weight when you're at the top, so it's not like you get through this and then there's no weight and then you launch it up here and then when you drop it back down, it like slams on your tendon. I did that for, instead of a bicep curl, like a hamstring curl, and thankfully it wasn't too much weight, but I thought I was just screw up my knee completely because of not having enough weight to at least like have it relatively smooth. But yeah, it really just depends on what movement you're doing for. Okay. gonna rest pause set this. Maybe not. Got one. Okay, move on to like neutral grip. I never bothered to do any like reverse curls because quite honestly, I don't even hit forearms in the first place. I think I just get hit enough indirectly because I really don't use straps for like my back days. But I guess everyone's got their own take on one, using straps or not using straps. Two, hitting forearms directly or not. Because I will say, dude, just do it from doing buys today and back. This is just as equally as pumped as my biceps right now, for sure. So I don't really bother to take the time to do any forearms. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Let's go pose. Whew. I dropped the weight just in the last set, just because I knew it was the last thing today. And like I said, a rest pause set with it. Just get more out of the way extra food I ate yesterday. And I guess not today as well, but yesterday. Yesterday I did the same thing with my lift. Added in way more to it. And not way more, a little bit more to it. And then same with today. Just keep everything moving. All right, now let's go pose. Okay, let's check it out. Let me drop this a little bit. It might be too low. We'll try it. We'll say, hopefully this looks a little better than the last couple of days. Probably look more way more filled out. If I had to guess, how many calories I ate yesterday? Well, daily intake right now is 5,300, and then I had pizza as one of my cheat meals. I think that was 800 calories over. So I had 6,000 calories yesterday. So we will see how this looks after 6K.
Quando dobbiamo posizionare tutto un volta I can only be here for a bit because I have to go because I need to go do some surgery. So I'm going to do surgery. Yes, I need to go do surgery. I need to go to the clinic. So, hold on, let me see. I did there. In there. Is that plates? better. What do you do like someone getting? Actually, hardest, most painful attack. That's just the regular leg. Holy guacamole, dude. You're a lot better at than you used to be. You improved a lot. Oh my god, how do you do this?
What do you think?
You were not as good last time.
We'll see how long it takes eating this much to be where you start to hate food again, but might be getting there soon. I will say, last bulk, I got to 5,500 before we started the cut. So if I had to guess, 6K is going to be where like the limits can end up being for this bulk. And honestly, depends more on what your body fat percentage is and how the training is after getting up that far. But I mean, 16 weeks after show is honestly just getting like started in the bulk. Half of it's rebounding, half of it's maintenance, and then half of it, once you're actually starting to get reasonably full, if you rebound correctly, is like a real off season from there. So, but all right, that's enough said. Let me get this up. All right, get in the car.
All right. I gotta stop to get bagels. Normally I just go to Walmart and get all my groceries at once, but everything's closed because of Thanksgiving. Man, don't they know I'm in the off season? What the fuck? All right. Anyways, I'm assuming either a Wawa or a racetrack would have bagels, but I guess worst case scenario, I go to like, I don't even know if Dunkin' would be open, to get like bagels from there. 2 plain bagels cost me $10 for fucking 2 bagels, but I guess we'll see. Like, really depends on what we get open. Other than that, I mean, I'll just get everything from Walmart, easy enough. I'm not kind of like the over, I guess like over, what's the word? Needing to get like everything from Sprouts or like Publix or something and be like, it has to be from here, it's more fresh, it's more better. Like, in all honesty, to me, it's like the same shit. I don't know, I feel like Walmart just gets a bad rep because of it's usually fucking hood. Walmarts are known for being hood grocery stores, so that's just fact. Matter of fact, they just put up a sheriff watchtower at the Walmart I go to last week, so can't tell me that I'm wrong. They just put that shit up. Anyways, I'll just go there for groceries. I mean, it's the same shit to me. It's just the cheapest I found out of everything. And I mean, for the amount of food you eat as a bodybuilder, I think trying to get the cheapest is definitely the way to go. Unless if you got bread like that, I mean, fuck it. If I had bread like that, I'd probably go to Publix or some shit just to mentally feel better. But like, in reality, it's the same thing. And hopefully, in reality, getting a bagel from a racetrack or Wawa or 2 bagels is the same thing. Otherwise, I'm gonna be throwing up. I doubt it. It'd be different if I was getting like milk or something from a gas station. But I think bagels are reasonable. Because even if a bagel's expired, like, what is it, stale? Like, oh well, not that big of a deal. But I guess I'll give a little quick story about like my buddy when we were on a trip. We stopped at a gas station, and he got the gas station. Not only was it a gas station, but a gas station in the middle of nowhere, and he got like a jug of milk when we were there, and he threw up on the side of the road like 10 minutes later, because I mean, I guess that's what you get from getting milk from a gas station in the middle of nowhere. But, I mean, we'll see. Because I'm pulling up the racetrack right now. And this is all because I eat 4 damn bagels a day now, given it's really in the swing of things here. I was having 2, added 2 more now. So we got the full bagel a day. So yeah, hopefully we get that being here. What the hell am I looking at? Anyways, yeah, so I'll be right back right now, and we'll go from there. I don't need gas, so we're chilling. We'll see if I'm holding bagels, you know. If not, you're gonna come with me for another trip. Go find more bagels. Welcome to Thanksgiving, looking for scraps of food. Worst case scenario, I have more rice, but I really don't want to have more rice. I'd rather have just the 2 bagels. So, all right, see you in a second. They didn't have bagels. Man, what the fuck you gotta do to get a bagel around here? Man. I guess we'll see. Hopefully Wawa. Ow. Hopefully Wawa's got the hookups. But I guess not. What's this guy doing? Alright. I guess I could touch on that. So realistically, you could just have like rice or something instead of the bagels and have the same amount of carbs from it. But I don't want to do that just because I don't want to eat more rice than I'm already eating. And I am awfully picky about eating the exact same thing every day. Which is why I'm making a stop to a gas station and see if they got bagels, which I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna have to settle for Dunkin' or something. What is this person doing? That is how you get into an accident. Cutting over 5 lanes. My surprise is that Bristol was. No. I guess I could have stopped the Dunkin' right there. Whoops. Anyways. Oh no, they're closed as well. Son of a bitch. See, this is the one thing that I don't like about holidays. They don't want you to reach your goals. They don't want you to win. They don't want you to go pro. Thanksgiving just doesn't want you to go pro. So I should have thought about this, getting everything yesterday, but you know what is open though? Fucking McDonald's. I just passed that. Shocked? No. Cali Coffee. They're closed as well. Bro. I just want somebody to take my money. Whatever. Let's talk about the lift while we go off the Wawa. I don't know. I feel like you guys gotta start asking me questions. Honestly, I threw in more bicep exercises than back exercises, just because my other pull day has way more back than bi, and it makes it easier for me to, not easier, but I just found for recovery's sake, if I hit one muscle for less sets and it's, I guess, more pump oriented, still training hard, and then more sets on the other muscle group, and have it staggered between the 2 pull days instead of both being equal amounts, I just found from recovery side it's better for me. And also I get more out of hitting enough sets to actually get what I want out of the workout, because it gets to a point, now this isn't to be arrogant, it's just how it works. Once I'm just about 6 years into lifting, the more years you get in lifting, the more sets it's eventually going to take to get the result you want out of the gym. When you first start working out, you can do like 6 sets of a chest day, and your chest will grow. Now, if you do 6 sets of a chest day when you're years into lifting, even with it being just as hard, going all out, the probability of growing off of that is less from when you started, because the same way that you have to up your reps, you up your weight, you up your food, it's the same way you eventually have to up your sets. It's just on a much longer time scale. And wow, this road is loud. It's on a larger time scale. So, upping your food, you usually up that thing probably once every couple weeks, 3 weeks, 1 week, just depending on how your body's responding. The weight and reps you typically up almost every time you go back to the gym. And the sets is usually after a much longer time. Maybe even like a year and a half, couple of years. I don't know. I usually just do it until it's like, all right, this is clearly a stall, not on my diet or the training. Eventually you can pinpoint that that's the issue. But it's not as often. I guess something you can apply is, if you're not sure, or if you've just been doing the same amount of volume for a good amount of time now, as in a good amount of time of, I'd say, minimum a year, almost 2 years now, definitely I'd just say add 1 more set to everything you do. Like if you're doing 3 sets of everything, do 4. If you're doing 2 sets of everything, do 3. And that's just one way to do it. And it's, no, you don't have to be like, oh, does it have to be exactly, if I have 4 exercises, do I do 4 more sets because it's 1 more set on each? Or if I only have 2 exercises, just 2 more sets. It really doesn't matter. Just the fact is you're doing more. So you get more out of it, do more, and that's just the goal there. So yeah, that's something to touch on there. That's why I do 4 sets of everything now. One is because I was normally doing 3. Wanted to up the amount of sets, get a little more out of it. And also because usually the first set you do isn't as hard as you could go for a set. Because think about like your first set of the day, no matter how hard you're pressing it or pushing it, you're not filled out at all yet. And you're not going to get as much out of like either a squeeze or just like overall training intensity. Because you know, once you get like that first exercise in, like you're ready to go. Adrenaline's going, pump is going, blood's flowing, biceps growing. That's when the workout is really moving. So even then, just like adding the 1 extra one is, it does more good than harm. So yeah. What do we think the odds are Wawa has bagels? I'm not talking a breakfast sandwich. I'm talking just plain fucking bagels. Low. Pretty low. We shall see. Right? Yeah, how about I'm gonna cut the cam, and as soon as this guy's gotta let me over. I'm gonna cut the cam, and as soon as I get out of Wawa, you will see if I get bagels or I do not have bagels. So, see you in a second. We got them. So they cost me fucking $5 for 2 bagels. But I guess that's what I get, because you were supposed to have like a toasted spread and whatever on them, but that's what I get for not stacking up on my groceries before the holiday. Oh well. I will say, gotta stay on diet. Who do you know that's staying on diet like that? Some call it delusion, some call it committed. Whoa, my back seat is sandy as hell. Whoops, forgot about that. Anyways, how the fuck do I get out of here? I guess I don't go this way. Anyways. Yeah, I guess the fact that this video is coming out after you, it's coming out after Thanksgiving. I hope yours went well. I hope you ate a lot. I hope you're getting big. Well, if you need to cut, I hope you ate well, but within reason, and are right back on track the next day. I don't know, I guess what's like your typical Thanksgiving? A turkey, I mean, no brainer, but like, I don't know. I'll usually down a reasonable amount of turkey and then have a lot of stuffing. I guess stuffing is like my go-to for show. So yeah. I guess I'll call it there. I really just wanted to start the video again to show you I got my bagels. Other than that, I mean, bro, is this taking me on the throughway? No, I'm good. I was just trying to show you that, but appreciate y'all watching. Tomorrow we got glutes and hamstrings, so there will be a video tomorrow, then rest day, then back to it. Shoulders, back, quads, chest, thighs, hamstrings, shoulders, back, quads. Every day, all day. So, all right, peace.